All right, we're going to run it down real quick. This is PXT news and updates. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through the rundown of PXT because there's a lot of new people coming in and I want y'all to understand how PXT works. Two, we're going to be going through what's up with my eye. Correction, we're going up with what's in my eye right now. It's good. I've been sleeping. Okay, now, after that, we're going to be going through Abyss and also some big news changes for PXT. I feel like I'm fucking up my words. Bear with me. So with this said, ladies and gentlemen, the way PXT works is that it is a full-on randomized show. The reason I say randomized is because it's improv. It's improv like a motherfucker. In other words, I do not decide who the hell is holding the PXT World Heavyweight Championship. I don't. We go based off whatever the game does, and this goes same thing with almost every damn title we have. And this could result into your title's reign being like months, or your title reign literally being a week. It just happens. So that's where one thing I want to make clear, because we're about to get a lot of new people, and this is going to go in our Discord, so you guys can get this, and you guys don't have to wait too long to hear this. So that's where I'm letting you guys know right now. We do not pick favorites here in PXT. We do never do that. We just fucking go with whatever happens in the outcome of the game, in the match. That is all we go through, and then we try to work it around to where it makes sense. And no, there have been times we have been absolutely shit fucked, and it is always at Abyss. With this said though, Abyss is still a fun show to do, so that's why we're not canceling Abyss. We still love doing Abyss and everything like that. Abyss will still stay on. Now with that said though, the one way to like move up in PXT is promoting your character. Now, this could be done with promos. This could be done with coming up with ideas for matches. Now, when I say coming up with ideas for matches, not other people's matches, your match. Because if you guys want to do a certain rivalry with a certain individual, talk to the individual first and lock it down. So then we can set you guys up for a match for the big show, for a long-term thing. In other words, it'll be going 4 weeks. Technically 5 weeks because the whole big show itself. But the point is, it would be going. So that's why I want to let you guys know to actually do this stuff, because that is one way y'all guys can push those characters. The reason I'm saying this is because that's one problem we've always had with PXT. A lot of people want to get pushed or want to do something with their character, but yet they're not doing a promo. They're not doing anything. So with that said, if the characters are not going to be like promoted or anything, the only result really would just them being lost at either the mid-card or the multi-man side. And the multi-man side is very, very hard to get out of, especially if your guys aren't really promoting us characters. If you guys want to be in the mid-card side, I mean, that's where you guys can do little promos. But if you guys want to be taken as like a full thing, you guys got to put the work in. Now, no, at the end of the day, it does still factor in and full-on depends on what happens in the matches. If they win, they get amazing rewards. If they lose, it's back to the drawing board. That's just how it works here in PXT. I do apologize if this is going to upset some people, but it's just how it works. Now, with that said, we got some big news to talk about with Abyss. So, every championship will be defended at Abyss, except the X Championship. Reason being is because the X Championship will be seeing its last viewing at Abyss. In other words, it will be shown at Abyss one last time, and it is full-on retired. The reason we decided to retire the X Championship is because we have... I'm not going to say we. I'm going to be honest with you. That's me. I failed on doing the whole plan. The whole plan was to showcase just the X matches on X, and I won't lie to y'all, I've been fumbling. I've been fumbling so goddamn bad. So that's where we decided to retire the championship, but that doesn't mean we're getting one less championship. No, with this title going away, we are going to be introducing a new championship. So that's where Adam Miller will not technically be defending his championship, but he will automatically earn a spot in a match fighting for the new PXT European Championship. Yes, that's right. That is the new championship we are doing with. And another big news, this championship will not be a title defended every other week. This title will only be defended on each big show. PLE. I have to word it like that, but I call them big shows. So, with that said, this title will be defended at each big show and only at each big show. Unless Adam Miller or whoever wins the title decides to defend it every week, every other week, or depending when they want to defend it against whoever they want the first time they win it. That's another thing I gotta point out. If you guys win the world title, you guys do get y'all's first pick on the first title defense. Unless it's during like Bond by a war a season. Those are the only times you guys can. Because that's where whoever wins gets the shot. It's a weird time. Point is though, that's pretty much how we're gonna go through with it. X title will be seeing its last appearance at Abyss, and then y'all guys will see the new European Championship, and that title will be the new mid-card title. Now, with this news also said, what does that mean for the women's side? That means the IC Women's Championship will also be a mid-card title, which means it will be defended only at each big show, which means it's not going to be in the every other week rotation. Instead, the only titles that will be staying in the every other week rotation will just be the hardcore title and the Queen of the Ring title. The reason we came to this decision, instead of retiring the hardcore title and making it King of the Ring title, the reason we decided to keep the hardcore title is because the hardcore title, at least with PXT, has become pretty cemented. There's been numerous hardcore champions. The hardcore matches have been absolutely fun to see. Hell, Hellfire was the perfect example when it was Alex Young, Michael Slade, and oh my god, I'm already forgetting his name. No, I'm forgetting people's names. I'm sorry. Point is though, that triple threat match alone was one of the most funnest we've ever seen, and it feels like the hardcore match is always like that. So that's where that title will always be every other week, because we feel like it's a good title for that, because that means it could be the Chaos title. Now with Queen of the Ring, that title is a little bit harder to do, mainly because that match could be anything. It could be Hell in a Cell. It could be this. It could be that. It could literally be anything. So that's where we decided, like, because that was the whole purpose of the Queen of the Ring. If you want to be the queen of that ring, that means you got to defend it in any type of match type to prove that you are the actual queen of the ring. So that's the whole reason we do it. And that's the whole reason why we will continue doing that. Now, with that said, though, with Abyss is a full-on random show, which means if it's the hardcore title, it's could actually this would be the one time where the hardcore match will not be like implemented or defended in a hardcore title match. I think that happened last year. I think it was defended in a cage actually. But that's where any of these titles can be defended in any number of matches. So Adam Miller with the European title could see himself going against one-on-one, a triple threat, fatal four-way, five-way, six-way, hell, fucking eight-way. Probably a Money in the Bank for that. So that's what's going to probably happen in that match. So that's where I want to let y'all guys know right now is that Abyss can change the full-on landscape of PXT. It's happened already 2 times in a row, and without a doubt, it could possibly happen 3 years in a row. Because as far as we know, when it comes to the YouTube, the women's world title and the PXT world championship, those titles have never had a successful title defense at Abyss, because they have either been in multi-mans or the champion did not know he was fighting. So that's where literally dream matches could happen. That's where one-sided shit could happen or stuff like that. Now, with this said, ladies and gentlemen, the other thing is, with this said, we have a total, I believe, of 11 matches happening. But with that said, we only have 10 championships. The reason we have 11 matches happening is because the Mr. Bankrupt briefcase will be defended. The reason we are redoing this is because the person that won it, his character is in the show. Unfortunately, he has been inactive for too long. The reason for it has been like actually dealing with family and all that, so that's why I don't want to go super into deep with this stuff. But it has left a bit of a problem, because the whole point of the briefcase is to do that. Now, with this said, though, the briefcase cannot be cashed in at Abyss. When it is won, there is a 24-hour delay, or a 24-hour holding on it. So you have to hold it for 24 hours, then you are able to cash it in any place, anytime, anywhere. So that's where I got to throw that out there. I got to let you guys know that's how that's going to work. Now, in other words, I got to change settings on the universe mode to turn off full on cash in, so then we can actually do that. Now, whoever wins the money in or in this case, Mr. Bankrupt, that's what we call it. Whoever wins the Mr. Bankrupt briefcase, they will have to let me know when they are cashing it in. Reason I say that is because I mean, that's the only way we can do it. You have to let me know. But now, with that said, too, there could be a dead giveaway for this, too. And this is why I would recommend them to try doing it on a big show, not on fucking regular PXT. Because regular PXT, you're going to see it coming a mile away. Big show, I don't think you see it a mile away. I think that cash-in just happens. Now, though, the cash-in, as far as I know, is 50-50 at the moment, because Bone Tubular was the first one to ever win Mr. Bankrupt, cashed in on Smooth literally the night after Abyss, got the title back. Then I believe after that, Adonis had it, but Adonis held it almost for an entire year, tried cashing in on, I believe it was Mike Evans, botched it, man, fucking idiot. Could have held the world title, but no, he fucked it. But yeah, so that's where I think that's all the news right now. So I think that's everything I gotta let you guys know. So if you guys want your characters pushed with PXT, you guys gotta do the promos. You guys gotta do actually make y'all's characters interesting enough to where, well, not interesting enough, but to where they don't feel like they're just there to be there, just then people could watch them. No. We do want to promote these characters, we want to push them, but not just because they win matches. It has to be more. Because winning a match doesn't do anything. Perfect case of point would be, and I'm not saying this as to throw shots, but it is an example. Smooth and C-Jill, when added at Operation, Smooth destroyed C-Jill. C-Jill somehow got into the Bond match. Him and his partner won the Bond match. He went against his partner. He beat his partner to get a one-on-one for the world title. And he got a one-on-one with the world title in a fucking Iron Man match. And he became world title. He became world champion. Now I'm talking about C-Jill, the guy that lost. So that's what I'm getting at. A win doesn't always necessarily mean you're gonna go places, because it didn't necessarily happen for everyone. This goes for a lot of people, by the way. So really think about what you want your characters to do, and we'll try to push them as much as possible. Your new European Championship will be shown at Abyss. That will be the new mid-card title. The IC Women's is the new mid-card title. And Abyss will just be absolute chaos. The last bit of news. We normally do Abyss and the match card all in one stream. We're not doing that this year. Mainly because it's going to be too long. It's going to be fucking 4 hours. If anything, it'd probably be 7 hours if we did this. That's why we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're going to be making the match card on the Tuesday before Halloween, that week that Halloween falls on. I want to say it would be the 27th. I think it's no, 31. I think the 28th. The 28th is when we're going to be making the match card, and then the 31st will be Abyss. Now, Abyss will be happening at 11 a.m. for me, because I believe if everyone is in the other fucking time, it's going to be noon. So that's pretty much what's going to be going on, guys. I'm going to be trying to make this go on YouTube, because this is going to go on YouTube, but then this is also going to go into the announcement chat. And I do beg everyone to listen to this. I hope you guys understand. I gotta let you know, I'm fucking tired. It's 2 a.m. I'm going to bed. With that said, though, we'll see you guys for this coming Tuesday, because this coming Tuesday is going to be PXT Abyss production. In other words, we're going to try getting everyone's music in. So if you guys want a specific part for y'all's music, or you guys haven't submitted y'all's music, this is the perfect time. Come on in. Holy shit. We need it. If not, you guys don't give us y'all's music. Y'all guys are going to be just entering in with noiseless stuff. So that's why we're going to be doing that. Hit us up on Tuesday. We're going to be on our Discord. We're going to be on live on Twitch. So heads up on that. With that said, though, God damn it, camera. The fuck, camera. I own you. What the fuck are you doing? No, I'm kidding. With that said, though, peace out. Take care. You all have a great night. And I hope you guys get how PXT works. Peace. Oh, God. I am dying.